Hi, good day. Thank you for joining me in this episode 20, Mission to Mastery, the UPWA Dennis Tan edition. Firstly, I want to welcome you. Um, Wherever you are, I want to warmly welcome you for your commitment, your time, and your willingness to join us and listen to this message. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be 30 minutes. I'm going to do a little bit longer, and mainly because today is Friday. And as we are drawing near to UPW happening next week, I want to be able to share more content. And the very fact is, we have been testing out different timing. We have been doing a lot of trial and error and testing. There's never a good time. There's never a good time because every time is always different. And especially during this COVID-19 time, people can be watching at this hour, people can be watching in the night, people can be watching in the evening. Doesn't matter as long as they are watching. And how do I ensure that they watch? I will need your help. I truly, truly need your help. I need you to help me to share this post to your community, to your network, to your friends who you felt can benefit from this message. Because today I'm going to talk about how to break away barriers, how to overcome your obstacles, how to turn your dream into reality, so on and so forth. Today is about being open and also going slightly deeper, right? And once again, I'm not the authority in transformation, although I would like to say I am, but there's no other better person than Tony Robbins himself. And my intention truly is to bring you to Tony Robbins with an exchange of certain money that you need to invest in. Nothing come free, and I don't believe in giving free because there's no commitment. You have to pay for what you are willing to give, so that in exchange you are going to put into action, and that's the very fact of life. Okay, so yes, I'm going to sell. I'm going to close you. You can call me forcing you. You can call me manipulating, or you can call me influence. You can call me leading. You can call me closing. Whatever. As long as you get into the room, you get into UPW virtual, your life is transformed, your life is changed. I'm done. I have fulfilled my mission. So it's not the money that it's not a commission that anyone would make. In fact, it's not. I don't think people are making a lot. Company SR also don't make a lot from here. Okay, the very fact is we are here to help, and this is a small investment for you so that your life will change, and not only that, your family life will change, your client life will change, your community life will change because you change. So my job, my mission is to bring you to that event, because this event, this program, Tony Robbins changed my life. And I'm going to show you a video of what Tony Robbins has done to me that got to me to where I am today. So there's many facade, there's many identity I can put it up. I can be upfront, I can be straightforward, I can be sincere, I can be smiling, I can be hard, I can be, you know, serious, I can be focused. I will test whatever way in order to get your attention so that you can hear this message. Whether it serve you or not, I just hope that since you're going to be here, you're listening, just be open. And like my friend said, don't empty your cup. You don't have to empty your cup, because when you empty your cup, right, it's challenging, it's difficult. You just need to expand your cup, allow more information to come to you. And if you're not listening, if you're listening this for the first time, thank you. If you've been listening this for many times, well, thank you again, because you're strengthening your emotional muscle. So let's get going. Don't forget to share this page, this video with your friends. Now I want to go into okay, I'm sharing now. Am I sharing now? Yes. Okay. If you can, let me see. Charmaine, Vivian, if you can see my screen, just help me to type yes. So at least I know you're there. There's a message. Okay. Yes, I saw chat. Yes, yes. Well, fantastic, man. I love my team. Again, on the credit this to my team, Charmaine and Vivian. They are quiet, but they are powerful. Without them, I can't be doing this. So, it's just an event. Thank you. Okay, today's topic, 1 hour. Okay, I'll make it impactful. I'm not gonna make it short. I'll make it impactful. And in fact, if I have to go longer, I'll go longer, because whatever it takes. I don't know. Really, whatever it takes. Yeah. So creating an extraordinary quality of life. Extraordinary quality of life. How? What will I cover today? I'm going to talk about Tony Robbins teaching, strategies that you can start to use today. I'm going to share with you more about Tony Robbins himself, the big man, and how to unleash your power within virtually and physically. You have an opportunity to take advantage of an irresistible special offer for UPW Virtual. I'm going to share you some testimonials, which I actually hide because it's too many. So the testimonial will only be from me. Q&A if you have any, right? And let's go. So human are made up of 4 segments. How many segments? Jermaine? How many segments? Vivian? Yes, thank you. 4 segments. Okay. The first segment is habits. Habits is what get you your result today. The habits that you have, let me ask you, has it created the outcome that you want? Are they success habit? Are they powerful habit? Or are they disempowering habits? Habits is also another way of another another positive way. Like habits can be a discipline, right? But is that giving you a outcome that you want? And I can tell you this: habits are very hard to change. Yeah, it doesn't form overnight. No one get fat straight away when they eat nasi lemak, right? Or they eat roti prata. I talk about local language. For those audience who are international, we're talking about this uh awful, oh no, this awesome food, okay, that the locals love to eat, right? That we love. It's a local delight. So if you don't eat nasi lemak or roti prata, and you get roti canai, and you get fat straight away. But when you eat every day, or every other day, right, you'll get fat. Is that the kind of habit that you want to generate? You don't get cancer when you smoke 1 cigarette. You get cancer when you smoke a lot of cigarette consistently. It's also a form of habit. But are the habits something which help you to become better or help you to become worse? Is the habit creating the life that you want, or is the habit destroying the life that you're living? Okay, you can see. Habits. Very difficult to change. Why? Because when you take away A, you still have a bit. When you take away A, you still have bit. You take away B, you still have it. Habits are hard to change. I want to tell you this example. Many years ago in Singapore, the country discouraged smokers from smoking. So back in those days, right, there isn't any digital marketing, there isn't any Facebook, there isn't any Instagram. The only way to advertise and share with the market, with the country, with the smokers, stop smoking, is to advertise on newspaper, on radio, and on television. So whenever the smoker on the TV, he will see the advertisement, smoking causes cancer. Whenever he open up the newspaper, he will read the tagline, smoking causes cancer. Whenever he on the radio, he will hear this DJ saying that smoking causes cancer. So whenever they hear, they watch, they see, they will see smoking causes cancer, 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 until one day the smokers finally stop. The smokers finally stop watching television and they continue to smoke. Why? Because habits are hard to change. But if you absolutely want to change your habit, can you do it? Of course, you can. You replace something more positive. How do you quit smoking? Replace that with drinking water. Well, probably don't replace that with food. Replace that with food is also not a healthy habit, but replace with drinking water. You see, habits are not formed overnight. It takes time, it takes practice. Just like success habit, it takes practice to be happy. It takes practice, to become good at something. What kind of habits are you forming daily that will move you forward towards your goal, towards your dream, towards your destiny? Think about it. All right. Habits will give you a result. Habits will give you a result. It will give you an outcome. And if you're not happy with your result, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Okay. So the second thing that form a human, the second segment is what we call environment. Environment is very important. Why? Because have you heard of this saying that the environment is stronger than your willpower? For example, if you're a smoker, one day you decided to quit, you stop, you're done, and you came back to this environment of your friends, of your colleagues, for example, and they're smoking. Now let me ask you, even though you have quit smoking, eventually will you go back to smoke? Yes, because you will die slower when you smoke, then you become a secondhand smoker. Because the environment is stronger than your willpower. You go to anti-robbing program, you came out, you felt empowered, you're ready to shine, you're ready to start a business, you're ready to step up. You go back to your environment, you go back to your home, you go back to your family, you go back to your friends, and they'll ask you, so what has Tony Robbins done for you? I walk on fire, I break the board, I'm ready to charge. We'll see. So what do? They pour cold what? They pour cold water. They pour ice cube to freeze your idea, to freeze you, to protect you. Eventually, you become the same environment. You become where you are, and you start to think that, hey, this program doesn't work, this book doesn't work, because your environment doesn't work. And environment is where you created your mindset. And mindset is a very important element for you to be successful in life. Your attitude, your determination, your passion, it comes from that mindset that you have generated and created over the years, over the environment, over the mentors and the teachers that you learn from. So environment plays a big part. If the environment that you're in, the people there are not positive, they are negative, they are toxic, my suggestion to you is leave the environment. Because sometimes when you leave the environment, it gives you more clarity to think, it gives you more space to write down and to think through and process what you truly want. If you're in the environment, you're being pressured, you're being stressed out by the work, by the demand, you don't have time for yourself. So my suggestion is leave the environment and create a new environment. And Tony Robbins, lucky or not, in that virtual room, in that virtual program, he's going to give you an environment of magic, environment of miracle, an environment of breakthrough. And you're not doing this alone. You're going through with thousands of people going through this together, okay, in the environment, so that all break through together. Powerful. The element that make up of a human is what we call the belief system. The belief system. Belief created your mindset, produced a certain habit, and created a certain result. So where do you form your belief system from? Let me ask you, where do you form your belief system from? Where? Environment. Yep. So when you're young, where do you form your belief? Who do you learn from? Who do you model from? What did you hear? And I can tell you this, the belief that I learned when I was young was from my parents. The belief that I have created and experienced is from my family, from the school, from the teachers, from the environment, from my peer. And that belief has wired me to reach a certain result that I have today. For example, when I was young, my mother always tell me, you gotta save money for rainy days. Save money for rainy days, which means what? I'm always prepared for the worst. And I'm always living in a life where I need to save money for rainy days. And when rainy days come, the money that I save wasn't to use it for myself. The money that I save, I put it out and I use it to help somebody who are in trouble. and I lost that money. So I formed a belief that whenever I have money, I need to spend it. Because if I don't spend it, somebody will spend my money. As a result, I become poor. You see, these are the certain things, these are little things, right, that can cause big gap in my life and my blueprint about money. That's why I was broke. I was down and out. I couldn't find a good relationship with money, and it got me into serious trouble. And I formed a belief when I was young, right, that money can buy love, or money can buy happiness. And when I stopped having those money, I become less happy. And I felt that money is evil because it doesn't help me at all. I lose my friends, I lose my connection, and people are leaving me just because I don't have that money. So it's absolutely nonsense because all this belief system was created from young, and I was blueprint and rewired in that sense and given me a certain result. So what are the belief system that you have to change? What are the belief system you have to rewire? Because when you do that, things will change. Okay, something is happening. Uh, when you use recharge, stop share screen. Yeah, cannot see you. Stop for you. Okay, shit. Okay. Now, okay. So y'all, can y'all see my flip chart now? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I mean, see, I can't do without my team. So yes, your belief system, you have to rewire. You have to change it so that you can have a different result. And how do you program yourself? How do you condition yourself? How do you set a new belief? How? A 10-20 program. It's it's very difficult to do it when you're not willing to. I mean, the first thing is you must be willing. It's not whether can you, it's will you. Will you be willing to do something for yourself, right? So that you have a different perspective, a different blueprint about life. As a result, right, you will get something that you want. Because this belief system that you have right now has given you a result. And if you're not happy with your result or you want to improve your result, but you do not have the tool, the strategy, or the blueprint, or the right belief system, how are you ever going to get there? People think that, wow, you attend 20 program, a few $1,000. It's so expensive. Wow, you need to put in 4 hours, 4 days of your life to attend the program. You know what? Do it. Why? Because ultimately, right, this money, you're going to put it somewhere anyway. The time is going to be gone anyway. You're going to spend your days just like that. Anyway, might as well use it for yourself because the money and the time you put in, right, is going to rewire your belief. As a result, it gives you a better result, a better outcome. And that's what most people want. But most people know what to do, but they don't do what they know. Sometimes you need to find the leverage. You need to find the opportunity. You need to find the environment. You need to find that time you put in, right, to make the execution. The very truth is this: you have already made a decision. You have already made a decision that you want to be rich, you want to be successful, you want to be happy. You're just finding that moment. UPW Virtual will give you that moment of decision, will give you that moment of awareness, will give you that moment of opportunity to take action because it's conditioned in that way. The program, UPW program is structured in such a way that it will make you take action. It will make you take action. It's not just learning it, it's executing it. It's taking massive action. You make that call, you break that board, you write down the things that you want, and next moment you're doing it. And you create that momentum. And the true UPW program start on day 5. Why day 5? Because that's the day where you're going to put into action. During the 4 days, next Thursday to Sunday, the 4 days, people go to UPW, they can learn, they can practice, they can put in action. But you're only really tested on day 5, which is Monday. You go back to your office, you go back to your environment, you go back to your family. That's where you're tested. And that's where the true Tony Robbins tools and strategy will come in for you. And you have to apply it. And this thing lasts for life. I just spoke to a graduate about 10 minutes ago before I came to this call, came to this episode. He was telling me that 10 years ago he wanted to commit suicide. But because of the things that he learned from Tony, you know, that decon process, which is on day 3 you're going to experience, has gotten him to be out of that state. And he's a different person today. So next year I'm going to interview him. But he attended UPW, 11 years ago. And today it still works. So therefore, this program, is so much content, so much information, but you just need one or two strategies. Can you imagine if you can find one or two strategies in that 4 days, right, that can propel you forward, that can push you forward towards your goal, towards your dream? Will that be worth it? That 4 days, right, if you find a strategy, you find a tool, you find a skill, you find a moment that can help you to achieve your goal faster, it save you more time, it save you 10 years of your life. Is it worth it? Answer is yes, and all the answers can be found there in terms of personal development, personal growth. It's designed that way. And Tony Robbins has been doing this for 40 years, reaching out to millions and millions of people. So there's no doubt that he's the #1 personal development coach in the world, best of the best. So you're talking about personal development, there's no other person you can learn from except him. You know what? You're going to be on Zoom anyway. Now it's the new norm. You're going to be on Zoom anyway. You're going to put in the time and train anyway. Might as well learn from the best. No excuses. No need to travel. No need to take a flight. No need to book hotel. It's here right now. This is your environment. This is how you create the energy, you create the environment, and you create that breakthrough. When you walk out of the door, life will never be the same again. Yep. So that's my take. And last but not the least, human being are made up of. Sorry. Charmaine, you're still there, right? Still can see my screen, right? Yeah. Yes. Thank you. The last element that human is made up of, right, is this word called dream. Now, do you have dreams? Do you have dreams or do you have nightmare? Yeah. And let me ask you, when is the time that most people dream? Only when they are sleeping. They only dream when they are sleeping, or they daydream when they are working, when they are studying. That's the only time they are dreaming. When I talk about dream, I'm talking about dreams that you want to live in, dreams that you want to fulfill. And the person that's watching this video right now, are you living your dreams? Are you doing what you want? Are you loving what you do? And your dreams, of course, you can have something tangible. You can have $1 million. Your dream is to have $1 million. Your dream is to own a sports car. Nothing wrong with that. But you know what? Your dream don't need to be tangible. Example, my dream is to become a marathon runner. Yeah. And I did it. I achieved my dream. Simple dreams like that. My dream is to be a musician. But does it mean that you have to be a musician out there like Huang Li Hong, like Lady Gaga? No, this is your journey. This is your own dream that you want to achieve for yourself. So are you living your dream? Are you doing what you love? Are you doing something about it? So what's your dream? Ken, I'll do the screen share later, but see you on the free chat. So what's your dream? So there's a saying that sleep is for dreaming. Sleep is for dreaming and being awake is to live your dream. So one of my dream, of course, I have plenty of dream. And I will just quickly share with you what my dreams are. Okay, I'll do screen share now. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now can see me and my screen, right? Yes. Okay, great. So like I said, the fourth segment is dream, is go and dream. So what are some of my dreams? This is my vision board. Okay, my dream again is to travel around the world. And I'm very clear with my dream because my dream here, I want to travel in SQ. And if you are somebody who have traveled in SQ before, you will know that the service and the quality of Singapore Airline is one of the best in the world. Yep, I want to travel in Singapore Airline. I want to travel in that first class suite, and I want to have my family traveling with me. As you can see from my picture, my two boys, lovely, they're beautiful. And yes, I want to go to Los Angeles to watch 7 matches of NBA with my favorite player, LeBron James. I want to be fit, I want to be strong, I want to be healthy, I want to speak with Tony Robbins, I want to live in a bungalow, I want to be I'm a martial artist, I want to be an Aikido instructor, which I'm on my way to become one. I hope so. And yes, that's my dream. That's what I want. So what's your dream? Are you writing down? Are you listing down? So yeah, so on and so forth. So again, these are the list of dreams that I want, financially free, so on and so forth. But the last dream that I talk about here is speak on world class stage. Now let me tell, I can tell you this. Many years ago, I started in SR, and I remember in 2003, right, when I exposed to this world, I tell myself, wow, one day I'm going to be on the stage of Society Resources. I'm going to speak. Doesn't matter how long. Doesn't matter as what. As long as I'm on the stage speaking, right? I mean, that's my dream. So when I joined Society Resources, I'm very blessed. I get to speak in 2015. I was the MC then. I was the host. I was the MC. And 4 years later, I was actually speaking on stage promoting Tony Robbins program. And again, I'm grateful to Richard and Veron for giving me this opportunity to be on the stage. You know, speaking, it's life changing. So that moment, I know that my dream came true. Took me 17 years, but you know what? It's never too late. It's never too late because this is what I'm passionate about and this is what I want to do. Pardon me, huh? Yes, so that's my dream. My why, very simple. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you this. If you're doing something right, you must do something for a purpose. If you're not doing something for a purpose, right, basically it's not going to be fulfilled. And Tony Robbins says that success without fulfillment is failure. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to feel fulfilled. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to feel happy. And what's my definition of success? Is when my wife is happy. My definition of success is when my parents are proud of me. My definition of success is when my son told me, come to me and call me Papa, I love you. I tell you, that is successful. I've done programs for so many years. I've been traveling actively in Asia, doing preview to India, to Sri Lanka, to Vietnam, and I believe I've inspired thousands of lives out there. Their life are changed. Their life was never the same again. But that amount of success that I have given outside doesn't contribute as much as the success that I can get from my family, because that's the ultimate success that I want. That's the ultimate success that I must have, and my parents are proud of me. My wife is proud of me. That's success to me. And why I'm doing what I'm doing, very simple, because of them. Yeah, it's very simple. It's for them, no longer about me. When you start to do things, when you start to be on a mission, when you start to do things for others, for the people that you love, you become a different person because you're serving them. And there's no higher purpose than service. Doesn't matter you're the CEO of the company, doesn't matter you are the boss of the company, doesn't matter you're a janitor, doesn't matter you are a rope sweeper. Everybody is here for a purpose, to give, to serve. The CEO will appreciate the janitor that wash the toilet. Why? Because if he go to the toilet and he do his business and he don't feel comfortable, he can't get the inspiration. So everyone is fair, everyone is equal. At the end of the day, right, we are here to serve, we are here to do something. And that something is something where we can contribute. It's a value that we can give. So what are you doing right now that's giving value to the society? Those that are working right now in the company, I'll have a message for you. If you're in the company to take something, which means you're there just to take. When I say take, right, at the end of the month, right, of course you take the salary. If you're there looking forward to the salary without giving 100%, right, anywhere you go, it's going to be the same. And don't blame the job, don't blame the boss. It's not a job, it's you. Okay. Of course, if this environment you contributed, you give so much, if it doesn't serve you, it doesn't help you, then do something. Do something, because you're in control of your destiny, you're in control of your life. So whenever you're in a team, you're in a company, you're in a community, ask what can you give and not what can you receive. Coming to UPW is not just about receiving content from Tony Robbins, it's how much you're willing to give so that you can receive. Are you going to give your commitment? Are you going to give your 100%? Are you going to give your time? Are you going to give your attention? Are you going to give your everything so that you can get the most? If you are, let's do it and we'll see. All right, remember, give, serve. That's my two boys. Every day when I see them, it's life changing. So what are some of the obstacles that people face? No time. Yeah, very common. I got no time. I can tell you, everything can be unfair, but the only thing that's fair to everyone globally is we all have the same amount of time. We all have the same 24 hours. We all have 7 days a week. We all have 12 months a year. You know what? It's fair. That's the only fair thing that we have. But why some are thriving and some are struggling? Why we all have the same time but we have a different result? Is what do you do with your time? Are you spending your time away or are you investing your time? And you get rich by investing. You don't get rich by spending. Think about it. If you're spending your time doing something that you're not passionate about, or you're procrastinating, you're actually wasting your life. So time, no excuses, no money. So is it true that you have no money or you do not know how to raise money? Yeah, no money, no skill, no knowledge, no experience, not smart enough, fear of failure. These are all the obstacles, standard obstacles that we face. But if you absolutely want to overcome these obstacles, can you? Yes, you can. And the truth is you can. Let me see if I don't do a screen share now. So the more obstacles that most people face is what we call fear. Fear. So what does the acronym FEAR stand for? False evidence appearing real, or false expectation appearing real? The best is forget everything and run. That's the definition of fear. And my definition of fear is what? Face everything and rise. You gotta face it. And Tony Robbins says that the number one obstacles for human being, right, is this word fear. Fear. When you have fear, you take less action. When you take less action, you have less experience. And as a result, you have less ability. You have less confidence. Let me tell you, and let me give you a story of a life example of fear that I have. For those that have bungee jumping, yeah, awesome, right? For those that have not done bungee jump, I can tell you this is one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. And let me ask you, bungee jumping, which part is the scariest? Which part is the most fearful? It's when you're standing at the edge. Standing at the edge of the cliff, that's the scariest part. The jumping is the easiest. It'll take you about 3 seconds before you reach the bottom, before you reach the water. But standing there is the toughest. It's scary. Just like in life. Before you start anything, it's scary. Before you start a business, it's scary. Before you want to quit your job, it's scary. Before you want to approach the woman, the lady, the boy, the man that you want to know, it's scary. But you will not know how it will be like on the other side if you have not taken the action. And most people just stuck there. So that was bungee jump that I did many years ago. I get stuck and I was standing there and looking over the cliff, looking over the ocean, and I'm thinking whether should I jump or should I not jump. And I can tell this, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are stuck because they're not willing to step out of their comfort zone and do something. I can promise you, standing there is more painful than jumping off. I'll repeat again. Standing at the edge, right, is more painful than jumping off the cliff, than doing something, than taking massive action. It's painful. But once you take that first action, doesn't mean that you will succeed, doesn't mean that you get what you want, but you're doing something closer. You're doing something to move towards what you want to do. That's action. And I can promise you, you will fail. But how are you going to come out again? How are you going to step out again from the failure? Yeah, not an average millionaire fail at least 17 times. At least 17 times. Before you reach a gold medal, you will fail many times. But as long as you don't give up, you have the tool to step out again, to rise up again. You can achieve the impossible. But as long as you don't give up. So are you willing to get out of your comfort zone? Are you willing to step out? Are you willing to jump into the possibility of the goal, the dream that's waiting for you? You need the leap of faith. And when you jump, be sure that you have wings behind you that you can spread and ready to soar. And if you see an eagle, right, the eagle doesn't fly 24 hours a day. The eagle still needs some time to rest, needs some time to rejuvenate, needs some time to recharge, so that this eagle can go higher. And if you notice, eagle always fly alone. And they are flying higher than the cloud so that they can oversee whatever challenges that's below them. You can be the eagle or you can be the chicken. You have a choice. I'd rather be eagle. And to me, having a mentor is important. And I think if you want somebody to push you, like this guy at the back, it has to be Tony Robbins. It has to be him. Why? Because he's one of the best in the world. If you want to learn how to play golf, you learn from the best golfer in the world, Tiger Woods. If you want to play tennis, you want to learn from the best in the world, Serena Williams or Roger Federer. You want to learn boxing, you want to learn from Mike Tyson. You want to learn Wing Chun, you learn from, okay, not Donnie Yen, maybe Donnie Yen, but you know what I mean? You learn from the best of the best. So Tony Robbins, to me, he's one of the best in the world. So what do people say about Tony? He's big, he's tall. When you see him, right, when he smiles, his teeth is like a horse, big and white. His energy is explosive and he is unstoppable. So this guy is somebody who you want to hang around with and learn from and rub off his energy because he's just so powerful. Sometimes you just need the energy. You just need that push, right, to do it. You have to find that fire. You have to unleash the power again. And sometimes you could be too busy responding to the market demand, to your family demand, to your bosses, to your colleague, to your work. How about yourself? It's time to demand more of yourself doing what you're passionate about. Don't get me wrong. Don't quit your job yet. Do it. Find some fire, find some passion, and continue to do what you're doing. At the same time, do something that you're passionate about. So there's a transition over there. So Tony is the world #1 success coach, New York Times best-selling author, Awaken the Giant Within, Unlimited Power, the book Money, Unshakable. Just go and read those books. These are all his credentials: highest performance, peak performance consultant, train over millions, so on and so forth. No, these are all his credentials, right? But more importantly, when I see him as a person, he is somebody who is a great father, a great husband, a role model, somebody who loves to serve humanity. Till today, he has served more than $1 billion meals. $1 billion meals to help the poor, to feed the poor, because he believed that poverty is not something that anyone should go through. And he is also an ambassador. He also supported organization to stop human trafficking, and he saved thousands and thousands of lives of women from sex trafficking. I mean, if you go and watch that video, YouTube, Tony Robbins' 60th birthday bash on YouTube, just go and watch it. It's so touching. And he's here, he's a force for good. And through UPW, through the program that he teach, right, it's just a leverage for him to get to more people, because education is the highest leverage. And when you go into a Tony Robbins room, into a UPW room, it's undescribable. Like I can't share with you how great the movie Avenger is until you watch it. Right? I can't share that with you until you watch it. I can't tell you how great he is until you attend the program. Yeah, so it's so powerful. So what is the difference between attending virtual and attending live? Of course, live you have to pay for the ticket. You got to plan events, and you got to plan accommodation. And at this point of time, if you attend live, you will want to, because you're going to expose to thousands of people. Virtually, face to face, I can tell you, even though Tony is going to talk to thousands and thousands of people, right? When you're here on the screen with him, right, one to one, it's like one to one, face to face. It's like you're talking to him alone, and that is, how to say, that is priceless. It's having him in your room, talking to you. Yeah, I can tell you 2 months ago, when he did that in UPW July in US, right? I have a glimpse of it, and I saw the way I don't believe, that he can get people to jump. I mean, seriously, how do you do that? How do you raise that energy? For 40 years, right, you've been teaching live. I've attended his live program 5 times, and do it virtually, honestly, wow, how did he do it? And he did it, and he broke the bar. He went through the roof, and people are jumping, leaping, and life are changing. So that's the experience that you get virtually. What else? Okay, let me see. So day one, these are the things you'll learn. Learn the secret of peak performance breakthrough. It's about breaking through your fear on day one. So there's a breakboard experience that you're going to go through. Instead of firewalking, we replace with board breaking. Well, it's the concept. It's the concept of it. But ultimately, right, it's a process that you have done. It's the process that you're going to break through that leads to the outcome, overcoming that fear. So day one, he will identify what your fear is. He will share, human being have 6 human needs. You just need to go through what is the needs that you're after, and what is it that's stopping you from achieving the needs that you want, and what is the fear that's holding you back, and you break through that fear. And on day two, this break walking. On day two, you turn your life, your dream into reality. It's success conditioning. Basically, he will teach you, he will give you tools, strategies, a system, a structure that you program you, and you just write it out and just plan it out, and you just freaking do it. And you know that when you walk out of day two, right, you have a blueprint, you have a set of system, what you're going to do, how you're going to do, and what is the next step that you're going to start doing before you achieve your goal and your dream. So designing your ideal life, transform your unresourceful emotion into empowering action. Day three, transformation day. Yeah, you're like a caterpillar lah. When you transform, you become a what? Butterfly. It's as simple as that. But it's not going to be simple if you're not going to participate 100%, because that process is going to put you through, right? Basically, he will get you to come out with all your bullshit, all your limiting belief, whatever you have, not good enough, not smart, economy is bad, the market is not doing well, I don't have the resources, everything, just bring out. He just bring out. He will go through a process for you to bring out, and then he'll go through another process for you to destroy the limiting belief. I have friends who have been smoking for 20 years. I have friends who smoke for 20 years and 2 pack a day. And in the instant he stopped smoking, until today he has quit for 10 years. Because the limiting belief is destroyed, and you rewire a new belief. Why not? And that new belief can help you to achieve the unattainable, the unachievable, the unimaginable, the impossible, and become possible. Why not? So that's transformation day on day three. Eliminate your inner conflict, your true potential, destroy your limiting belief, freaking unleash your power within. And why I'm doing this, again, I want to share my story. Many years ago, where I was, I always tell people I went from depression to transformation. I was in a very dark place. I wasn't happy. Like I said, when I was young, I always associate money as something that can buy love. and I didn't have time with my family, with my parents, and I'm looking for something more than just money. So when I do not have that connection for my family, I begin to seek outside. And when are in that kind of energy, right, the friends and the environment that you attract is not going to be empowering. So I was drinking, I was partying, I was wasting my life away. I wasn't doing well in my study. I was playing truant, whatever that you can think about a teenage. Yeah, I am most likely that person. But I was in so much pain, so much physical pain, and I couldn't find any way, any outlet to let go of the pain. And finally, one day I just took out a freaking penknife. Not penknife, it's a knife actually. Those very sharp knife, right? I just take out my hands and I just start slashing, and slashing, and slashing, and slashing, and slashing. I didn't count, but I only know that the arm was bleeding and flowing with a lot of blood. And I was with my girlfriend then at the point of time. So she rushed me to the hospital, and I have about 184 stitches on my arm. And the doctor wanted to keep me in the hospital because they wanted to investigate. I told the doctor I have to go home because very simple. I have to go home before my parents wake up. That's ridiculous, right? So I was in pain. I forced myself to go back. I reached home at 7 a.m. I woke up at 11 a.m. because I want to see my parents for lunch. I woke up, when I see them, I say, "Hey, good morning." I'm smiling, but inside I'm in pain. And they don't know a single shit at all. They did not know that has happened a couple hours ago, that the son actually cut himself and was going through so much pain. And there my son is smiling and having lunch. Over the years, I discovered that was depression. That's why I went to Australia and studied psychology, because I want to study myself. I want to understand why I'm depressed. And by the way, I'm a degree holder, major in clinical science, clinical psychology. Okay, don't pray. So yeah, so that's why I study psychology. Basically, is to understand myself more, no one else. Yeah, and I was in pain, and the physical pain doesn't stop there. I start to form guilt. I start to form shame, which is the highest um, painful threshold for me. Also shameful of my scar. I wasn't able to face anybody. I make up story. I tell lies why I have that scar, and I wasn't living in a life of abundance, but it's always hiding, shameful, and angry. And one day I met Tony Robbins, and I told him about my story in front of thousands and thousands of people, hearing my story, hearing my pain, and Tony just intervened me, and all these are captured in a video. Yes, grateful to my teammate, captured in a video, recorded for about 3 minutes, and that video is always an anchor point for me to revisit and watch, because I know whenever I watch that video, I relive that moment again. You know what? Everything changed. So he turned this scar into something else, because whenever I see this scar, I form a meaning. There's a trigger. When I see this scar, is shame. But he turned this scar into something else. And what did he turn it to? You're right. I want you to watch the video, and I want you to see the master at work. I want you to see how he has transformed my life. So thank you, team. Please roll the video.
Your worst day is always your best day once you reconnect to its deeper and higher purpose. Your worst day is always your best day when you connect to its deeper and higher purpose. There's no way you would have the power to do what you'll do in your life, Dennis, if you hadn't been through that. I wouldn't want to put anybody through what you've been through. I've been through my own versions of those things in my own mind. But they all fucking serve, because that's where all my strength comes, all my power comes from, it's all my ability to feel somebody comes from. You wouldn't even care to feel somebody otherwise. If you were one of those other kids who tortured you, you would be one of those as an adult who really doesn't give a fuck. And when you don't give a fuck about anybody but yourself, life becomes very empty, because nothing will fill up that hole called yourself. The only thing that fills the hole called yourself is when you get the fuck out of it. You step into a place of trying to love, serve, care, create, and it's not a horse trade. You're not doing it to get something. You're just doing it because you know it's fucking right, because it's inside your soul. That's when there's no pain. There's no spiritual pain, no emotional pain, no physical pain. In fact, you won't feel your body even if your physical body was pain. You won't fucking feel it. How do you think I do what I do? What does it really stand for? It used to mean something that wasn't true. Some people have to pay for a tattoo. Your fucking thing is free, bitch.
Strength.
Yes.
Possibility.
Yes.
Ascension.
Yes.
Victory.
Yes.
Powerful. If you're watching this video, if it touches you in some way, because deep inside you, you can connect and you can relate. So this video is not to impress you, but upon you. That where I was a dark place. Where I was poor. I was broke, inside out. I wasn't attractive. You look at that picture of my man, that was a very negative side of me. And I walk into the room like a mouse, right? I walk out of the room like a freaking lion. I was a boy then, today I'm a man. I'm a man where I exercise responsibility, commitment, and focus. And I wouldn't have done all this without going through what I went through with Tony Robbins. And that event changed my life. Not just my life, but thousands of lives out there. You can imagine hundreds of lives came to me, hug me, thank me, kiss me, give me t-shirt, give me bracelet, give me necklace, and tell me that their life had changed because of my powerful sharing my story. And you have a story. You have a story that you would like to share. You have a story that people want to hear. You have a story that people want to learn from. And please, if you're in pain, allow that pain to become a fertilizer for you. Allow that pain to become a strength for you, so that you can inspire the people that you love and your family and your friends. So that's my transformation with Tony Robbins. So how then can you come for this program? Well, this is it. Unleash Your Power Within Virtual happening next week, 17 to 20 September, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sydney time. In Singapore and Malaysia is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. All right. What do you need? You need a very good internet connection. You need a laptop, mobile phone, or tablet, anything that can connect you to the link so that you can participate. You need some investment. Yes, you need to pay. You need to put your money where your mouth is. You need to attend with some form of exchange, and that's money. More importantly, you need to have the determination to live the life you desire, because life will never be the same again. When you attend the program on Thursday, right, when you decided to go, this moment, when you decided to go, your life has already begun to change. You are already in the process of manifestation. And when the event comes on the day itself, you're going to go in full force. And if you're going to do something, you do it 100%. If not, don't even do it. Because it's 100% or nothing. So do 100%. And you walk out of the room, your life will 100% be changed, and you will never be the same. It'll take a while, but you know what? You'll become a very different person. You have a new identity, or in fact, you always have that identity. Just that you're not unleashing, you're hiding, you're not awakened, you're sleeping. You know what? Time to take charge. Just freaking do it. It's that simple, my friend. If you're watching this, just go. If you're not watching this, which is impossible. Of course, if not, you'll not hear this. But you know what? Just go. Get your friends to go. It's one of the best programs in the world. I mean, seriously, he can train people like the actor, actress, athletes, president. Hey, if Tony can train them and coach them, how about people like us? Do you think we need some coaching or not? We need some mentorship or we need some training? Of course. Why are you denying your gift? Use that. Use leverage on Tony Robbins with a small sum of investment and bring it out. Otherwise, you will bring it to your grave. You bring it to your deathbed, and you wake up regretting not living the life that you want. What's there to regret? We are not going to do something. So either you live a pain of discipline or you live a pain of regret. Discipline to take the action. Discipline to find something. No money, go and freaking find it. Go and do it. Just do it. And I'm sure, I believe you can. I found friends, I heard graduates who borrow money to attend the program. And after they attend the program, their life changed. They apply what they learned. They return back the money. 就是这样咯. If you have no friends to borrow you your money, or your family members are not willing to lend you the money, quite challenging, you know. Which means the more you even in this program. So these are the few things that you'll get. 3.5 days program, you get a pre-event fast track session with Scott Harris. He's a national trainer. He's a national speaker, one of the leading trainer with Tony Robbins. You get a membership to a private Facebook community. You get a 10-day challenge designed to strengthen your journey. You get a success toolkit, and more importantly, you get access to the Succeed Movement platform, which today we have reached more than 4,000 members. And this is hosted and managed by two of the top speakers in the world. They are actually managing this, and we're going to have a lot of content and information just to get yourself ready before UPW. And in fact, after UPW ends, these are the tools that you want to continue to learn from. So this platform is free, it's yours, it's priceless. So door price $895 USD standard. You buy anything last minute, you buy anything towards the end, it's always more expensive. Today, 315 USD. Only 315 USD, and you save $580, my friend. 315 USD is like what? 400 plus Sing dollars. If you can't even find the money, you can't even afford to find the money to attend this program, then the more you should. Because if you want to grow, you want to succeed, and until now, you still have the challenge, right? I tell you, the more you must attend. Otherwise, right, you will continue to have the same pattern, the same result, the same outcome again and again and again. So this is the investment. This is what you need to do. That's it. Go on to the link missiontomastery.com, click on it and find out more and join us for the program. The last thing I want to say is this. It's not about you can or cannot achieve what you want. It's not whether you can. It's will you. It's not can you, but it's will you. Will you do what it takes? Will you give yourself a gift to unleash your power? Will you give yourself a gift to live the dream and the goal that you always wanted? Will you give yourself a gift in order for you to give the gifts to your family members, to the children, to your kids, to your parents you love? Are you willing? If you're willing, now is the time. missiontomastery.com, log in and purchase a ticket. Share this link with your friends, share this page with your friends so that they get to hear this message. Thank you so much for hearing this. I look forward to see you again, episode 21 on Monday and episode 22 on Tuesday, and that will be the last episode. And in this final 2 episodes, I have 2 very, very, very special guests that I have high respect for them, and they're going to share with you how Tony has actually helped them and how you can be part of this journey in the area of transformation. Until then, have a great weekend, take good care of yourself, and God bless you. Bye.